What's good, y'all? What's good, man? We back at it, man. First live stream. Trying to get everything all situated, man. I hope we're going live on Twitter right now. I hope we're going live on YouTube at the same time. And shout out to everybody who follows. Shout out to everybody who connect, man. About to get into what I feel like the market is most likely going to, not most likely, what I feel like the market could potentially do. Um, and yeah, I want to see what's actually going on right now. So we're gonna come back down with the top-down analysis. So, oh, and I also have Tech Dan on the line right now. He was asking some questions about the, oh my God, what the hell is that shit called? He was asking some questions about how the spider lines and how they plot. So, one time I posted them and everybody was like, oh my God, all these lines and stuff like that. But I'm gonna break that shit down too in this one. So let's jump right into it, man. We're gonna start off with basically the monthly chart. We're gonna see how the monthly's really looking. Monthly's looking decent right now. VWAP, money flow, green dot, RSI's pinched together, signifying potentially a bigger move. But remember, monthly time frames take longer to actually play out. So you want to be on point with it. Doesn't mean that it can come down a little bit, not on a monthly chart where this candle will go red, but can come down a little bit, still shake people out. But this time frame takes time to play out. Let's take it down to the weekly real quick. See what's going on. We finally print our red dot. We were waiting for this. I think last week I was talking about this in one of the videos that I had dropped. And now we have our VWAP actually coming down. And money flow is sitting pretty good right now. I don't even see no indications of it actually coming down. So I would take this pump as a, not necessarily buy the dip, but, looking at the legs and looking how everything is moving right now, it's still showing strength. When we start seeing this money flow really trickling out and coming back down on a real harder stance, then we would start being a little bit more worried with this whole entire bear market. Let's check out the 3-day real quick. 3 days looking good. As far as the money flow, it's not looking good. We have this outwardly curvature, but VWAP is already down into the negative 13 range. So usually it likes to, it can give us this clip. We do have bearish divergence here, even if this momentum wave comes down to here and still fills us out. We still have that divergence, that bullish divergence. So be on point with that, guys. There's a couple of things on there's a couple of things on the 2-day chart where we potentially could lose this money flow. If we lose this money flow, it's definitely going to give us a nice little bigger deep dive down. And excuse me if you hear Tekadan in the back. I got him on mute right now, but daily we're seeing momentum potentially trying to clip off. We're seeing VWAP trying to make its way up. We see this dip with the money flow. It is still it's giving us that curvature. Once again, signifying a pump, but RSIs are spread apart. So the pump could be a little lackluster. Excuse me, let's take that off. This. Now let's get back into the chart real quick. Now we're on the daily right now. So right here, this was our old value area. We broke above it. We were looking for the retest. We got the retest, broke above it again, looking like we couldn't hold it. So as of right now, we have this we're in this range right now. We're looking for Bitcoin to continue up. One of the levels that we need to be watching out for is the 104,689 area. That's our resistance right now, which we were using as support, but we lost it. So resistance turned into support, then price can continue to go back up. And this is what we're looking for as we're doing the trade. We're not looking for an emotional trade. We're not looking for anybody to just, oh yeah, this is the perfect time to buy. We're waiting for all the confluence for us to be in this trade and be perfectly good. So we take it down to the daily. Let's zoom into the daily and see how much action we got. It's what time is it right now? It's 11:13. Wall Street already came in. We having the London sessions closed right now. So we got our green dot printed. Money flow is in the red. VWAP is trying to make its way up, and RSIs are pinched together with the green. So even if we can come up here and tap the 104 range, be careful. We will have to come back and look at the indicators to see if there will be a potential swing back down. But right now, this could be just a whole liquidity grab. We want to get above this line and turn it into support so that we can take off and really go, especially when indicators start lining up in our favor. Um, Take it down to the 4 hour real quick. Let's just get some zoom in. Probably by the end of the day, we'll probably be coming into our little dump, looking to fill this out. So now when you're taking all these time frames into consideration, you see how in the higher time frames, it's looking slightly bullish. Lower time frames is looking slightly bearish. So that's indicating that it can probably give you something like this. Like we've been saying, give us this. This is where you want to take the trade from, depending on how the indicators and everything looks. And then price will most likely come back up to this area. So right now it's a waiting game. Most people are just sitting on their hands. They're not trying to take this trade. This trade will be a little risky, especially if you know, it can go anywhere. It can come down here, it can come down there, up there. If you have high leverage, you most likely get liquidated within that move. If you got low leverage, then I guess you could take the trade, but it's all about having a good, smart plan. For me personally, I'm out of the trade right now. I'm just waiting for the next, either it's coming here or it's coming here. I'm going to short or I'm going to long. That's what I'm waiting for. Not trying to have emotions, sticking to the game plan and understanding what it was. On this 4 hour time frame, I think last time I was telling you we formed a little blood diamond. Blood diamond gave us that move. Also, in a post that I posted on X about 3 days ago, I gave you guys the market rundown, saying that we're going to come down here. Exactly. Why? Because price acts like a magnet when you break these ranges. They just got to come down here and grab this free liquidity. That's what it is. It's not about emotion. It's about liquidity. Where's that free money at? So when you guys start understanding that, it gets a little bit better. But, you know, and forgive me, guys, if you guys are chatting or doing anything right now, I have no freaking clue what the hell's going on. I'm just running through the charts right now. But now we got the 1 hour. We got momentum ready to slow up. Look, RSIs are spread apart. Remember, spread apart RSIs usually mean weaker move. And now this is the hourly time frame. So the weak move can come back down here, give us another higher low or some situation like that. It's not, we're not here to predict it. We're looking for the probability of the move. That's what we're really looking for. We're not just, oh yeah, I want price to come here. I want price, I buy, sell. No, no, no. I want the probabilities to be in my favor if the move is actually going to come here, go there, whichever direction. So yeah, now we take it down 90 minute. Let's see if there's any more static. 90 minute got some momentum open. VWAP is standing up right now, and you just broke that into the green. The money flow in the 90 minute into the green, which is a great thing. Take that off. So now with that money flow now coming into the green, want to be a little careful, make sure we don't duck back down so that we can get some more moves going back. But the move just happened. So usually Monday they like to correct the moves. Usually Tuesday they like to make the move. So I'm waiting for Tuesday. I'm waiting for tomorrow, or possibly by the end of the close of today. But now, as we're waiting, like I said, the actual trading part of this game is something that I don't like to focus on and like to come on daily and tell you guys, hey, we're trading this, we're doing this, because that's for more advanced users. Right now, for people who are just understanding the game, you want to just get yourself understand how value areas work, understand how point of controls work, understand how your volume range node works, which is not really working right now on my chart. Let's see if we can get that up for you guys. Yeah. So right now we're sitting right here at the bottom of the range. We're bumping our head into that range. So there's still a possibility, like we see on the 1 hour, 4 hour, we can come back down here, fill this gap, even come back into this area, 96 area with a strong wick, and then come right back up. But now playing this range, looking at it from this, you can come back here, hit this area. This is where the liquidity sitting at, and then come back up, boom, hit this, and then you could trade this range until this range actually figures itself out. So possibilities, we're looking into the probabilities of our trades. So, but if we do have higher bullish signs, which is always a good sign. So even if we come down here, we're looking for this. Even if we get a slight rejection, we're kind of looking for that higher low. Then we come above, bam, we treat this as support because we broke it. And then we can make ourselves to the next move. use this. Obviously, this will be most likely another support range around the 110, 112 range. Man, now getting these things is a whole nother thing, and we're gonna have a whole bunch of videos on how to pull your Fibonacci's, how to use all these volume profiles, how to look at the momentum waves, how to understand the money flow, how to do a couple of things. Right now, we just throwing out the videos. We promised everybody out there in the YouTube and the X-Lands that we were gonna drop this video, but I wanted to get into something right now and show people about these spider lines, because a lot of people look at them and they look like, oh my God, there's just so much going on in the charts. And yeah, that is kind of true when you look at it. So let's see right now, spider lines. Let's turn them on. Bam. So Tekadan was asking me, how do you plot the spider lines? So this is how you spot. Ooh, super ugly. My bad. So Tekadan was asking how you plot the spider lines, which let me get this popping. Bam. 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 So yeah, it looks like a mess down here. So usually what traders do when they're doing the spider lines, they could take it from wick to the top candle body before it started trending back down. So you could take it to this candle body or this candle body, and basically candle body, line, candle body. So boom, boom, and then all the way up. Let me see if I could zoom in and give you guys even all this stuff. So maybe I zoomed out too far, and now I don't know where the hell I'm at. Let's see. All right, so save shit. Yeah. All right. So for instance, now I got a nice little zoomed in. So you see, this is the candle right here where I took my spider lines from. So basically, we had a nice little dump back here in 2020 in March, March around 16th, 2020. And then we after that dump, we actually came back into this momentum to start giving us a little bit of bullish momentum, which took us off into the $69,000. So basically, how we plotted these lines was we took it from the candle body and we ran it up either from this candle body or this candle point, or from the body to this candle point to this candle body. What that essentially does, once you plot them and actually get them all nice and right, no, we're not doing that. We're doing this. What they do is they give you these lines, right? And when you zoom out on higher time frames, like for instance, we're on the weekly right now, when you actually zoom out and you see what's going on, you can see that we have resist support right here at this spider line. Spider line came right through, support, perfect, to the T, touched it. Same thing. We're also trading within this range, which is this bigger range. To the T, come in, bam, broke it in the T. So you guys on Twitter don't definitely know, but you guys in Nostr and everybody understand that I called the $109,000 to the T without it being no data on the charts. The reason how I was able to call $109,000 to the T was because of this spider line right here. So these spider lines are working, and they do work as support and resistance, and also they work in blue skies to give you support and resistance in those things, in those areas of where you're not too sure if a trade is actually going to happen. So with that being said, spider lines are a gift. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta plot them right. And there's a lot of things on TradingView, especially stuff that Tekadan been showing me lately, that is just like automatic type things. Well, spider lines you definitely have to draw. Make sure that your spider lines are in the right areas. Back test them to see if they are support resistance. Like for instance, you see how we come over here. Now we have this whole entire range right here. Now it starts getting a little jumbled. So let me see. I could take it down to the daily to give you some more context. All right, so yeah, if you could look on the daily, you can see that price just basically it respects these levels. It breaks through, it treats it as support, it breaks through, hits its support, tries to break it again, try to break it again, comes back down, uses it as support, bam, bam. So as you're seeing, it breaks it, loses it, tries to break above it, loses it again, holds right here. So you see that these spider lines actually can give you a support and resistance. Reading them along, using your Fibonacci, learning your volume profiles, learning how your money flow works, you can call these trades like water. Now, remember, higher time frame trades are going to be your best friend. Like those are the ones that you want to do. You don't want to do the lower time frames. That gives you a more of a probability that you most likely will get liquidated if you're trying to do this daily. But if you do this on a monthly, on a weekly or something like that, and understand where these areas at, even for my DCA people out there, this is very, very crucial because I see a lot of dumb people literally buying the fucking top with thousands of dollars, knowing that there's going to be a price drop, and you're doing this emotionally trade. Like, yeah, you could be right in the future and be like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But if you're buying 60 grand worth of Bitcoin, you want to buy it in this area so that you can get that extra 10%, 12% of Bitcoin that you were supposed to accumulate. You're taking the loss here. Nobody fucking wants to buy at a nobody. Look at Black Friday. You go to Black Friday, everything's on sale, everybody goes bananas. That's how you should look at Bitcoin. You shouldn't be looking at Bitcoin like, oh my God, this is fucking at its all-time high. I need to be rushing in and piling in and buying this shit. No, nobody does that, bro. They always look for sales. They wait for something. The FOMO get in and they pay high price. And that's what usually happens. And then later on, it's like councils. You get yourself a new freaking Xbox. It comes out brand new. You want to be the first person to have it. You're going to pay $700. Then 2 years later, it drops down to fucking damn near half the fucking the price. So realize what we're doing with that. Understand that your DCA should be plotted in certain areas. When I be yelling at people online, it's like, yo, listen, there's a reason why you should be looking at 94,000 to be able to DCA and do those big buys. Even if you start DCAing around 98,000 into 94,000, that's your buying range. That's better for you than having it up here and losing 12% and waiting for Bitcoin to get back up there. Like I said, this is a time game. So every bad purchase you make, every emotional purchase you make is going to be time taken off your retirement plan, time taken off of your when you're supposed to be technically free and stuff like that. So yeah, man. With that being said, man, I hope you guys really get this, man. And hit me up with questions, hit me up with anything, like, subscribe, let everybody know that we're going to be doing this pretty much on a daily basis. We also on the channel have like video game content. We also have TA content. I do a lot of spaces within Corny Chat. I'm going to bring that content out to you guys because these guys are a little bit more advanced. So when they're talking about the mining situations and all these companies and what they're doing, like, these guys are constantly talking about the overall outlook of Bitcoin. And yeah, man, we're gonna bring to you a lot of stuff, and just hope you guys enjoyed. And I hope that you guys understand, man. DCA smart, be smart. This trading thing it's all about people being emotional, and when you're emotional, you're gonna lose your money. You're gonna lose everything. So don't follow the crowd. Don't be like the sheep. Don't smash buy on a fucking Saturday like everybody. Like, do it properly. If anything, Sunday's a way better day for you to fucking buy. Like, instead of Saturday, just statistically, you could just look at Sundays versus Saturdays, and just there's things that people just gotta actually account for to make their experience in Bitcoin a lot better. So I hope that you guys get that shit. I'm gonna be out of here, man. I'll probably drop another video tonight on some little Corny Chat shit, but ain't no guarantees. We're gonna see what's up. But I appreciate all you guys. Until next time.